Greetings and salutation, YouTubers and malefactors. Well, we're back after it. Wound up stopping working on this today to take a Chipotle break, and then it turned into a sort of nap sort of situation. You know, it sneaks up on you. So we're doing a little bit of continuation of work. Tomorrow, do a little bit of work from home, which is not an entirely bad thing. I actually kind of prefer it. Ooh, goodness. Just kind of getting everything ready to make a little more progress on this dual sport kit. Especially since I'm now dual sport bikeless. So, well, I got the bolt off earlier, which actually proved to be very difficult. I had to get a set of locking pliers. Yeah, I'm not having a Red Bull for once. Had to get a set of locking pliers after this bolt, though. Couldn't fit my Allen wrench in there. And you'll wonder, well, didn't you take this off when you were doing the bike service? I didn't take this bolt off. I took the one off at the I took the one off at the actual caliper itself. I'll tell you what, those things were hard to get. So we're getting the Nissan Tusk switch, which I've used these on nearly all my dual sport projects. So, it's threaded for Nissan, has a couple of crush washers. And, yeah, we're gonna... Oh, looks like the bottom crush washer is something that holds the line in place. So we're just gonna keep hold of that one. We're gonna ditch one of these crush washers. Oh, come on. So sometimes these things are a little bit cantankerous to thread. Alright, buddy. Let's find some bite. And man, I tell you what, this new garage light, it is quite nice. It should be the same pitch and throw as the original bolt. This is a Nissan caliper on Nissan parts. It's the same size. Same threads. Now let's double check. Let's double check. Yeah, that's just super gritty. Oh, goodness. Let's grab a paper towel and clean this out a bit. I'm not going to let you guys know how late it is I'm working on this. We'll just leave it at it's late. But my neighbors don't mind what I do. They're pretty pretty cool with everything I do because I don't really bother anybody. So that's why it was being so difficult. And you hear that gritty noise in there. I cleaned it out a little bit, but it's still being difficult. And whoever wrenched this thing down last, like, just wrenched the living crap out of it. I would spray and clean out these threads, but I have the necessity for a little bit of brake fluid to be in here. Why are we so dirty? Got some very, a 14 millimeter. Been a little bit since I've done one of these. I think it's been about a year since I did the RM kit. I didn't videotape any of that. Well, I wasn't doing this whole moto vlogging thing back then. Kind of wish I had been. A lot of hard-learned lessons on that bike. Oh, where's my 14? 13. Another 13. Yeah, we'll get a 14 yet. Maybe I'm taking this job on a little bit too late. Whatever. You know, when you're struck by inspiration, you might as well take advantage of it. I found my Molex connectors upstairs for the battery connections. All right. Okay. Why are we being so difficult? I don't think this thing is all stripped out or anything. Alright. So the first problem we're going to encounter is a difficult friggin' screw. Well, I definitely can't fit it on the banjo bolt on the bottom. That's for sure. That was a bad boy and stripped. Alright, we're gonna get that old bolt to see what's going on with this. Didn't feel like it was stripped when I was pulling it out. Goodness. And it disappeared. Okay, where did you go, Banjo Bolt? I didn't throw you away. Definitely not my style to throw away a Banjo Bolt. I think it rolled under the toolbox. Whatever. I'm gonna get a better look at this bolt here. Figure out why we're being so difficult. Oh. That makes sense. That's dirty. It is was partially cross-threaded. Well, that's no fun. No fun for me. Alright, once we got over the initial blip, it's actually going in nice and smooth like. Now when you're putting these Tusk switches, or Tusk, I guess, switch bolts in, make sure that you keep the wires disconnected. And make sure you try and keep it from binding and twisting too much. You can actually crack all of the epoxy that's up at the top of this. Ask me how I know. I thought I'd had it unrouted when I was working on the RM125. Everything was all nice and smooth, like everything was unrouted, but it was bound up by the handlebars on the front switch. I ended up having to fix it with epoxy. A little deeply aggravating sort of deal. I mean, I got it working again. Alright, you don't crank these things down to the nth degree. Basically, crank it down enough to make sure it doesn't do that. Okay, why are we hissing here? Okay, so we're not all the way down. And chances are you might have to replace that bottom crush washer with the other one, so I might just go ahead and do that. I'm not feeling very confident about that bottom crush washer. At least it's setting in nice and easy now. Come on, fella. Alright, we're gonna set you off to the side there, buddy. Oh, no, the threads are cross-threaded or anything like that. Brake line will be fine. I'll double check the threads. No, they're in good shape, so. Yeah, we got the initial gunk and schmutz out. This thing's quite easy to install. Cool, we're not breaking any wires, just anything off loose. This little cranky crank. These are roughly supposed to be like 13 foot-pounds or something. So let's see if we got fix it little. Oh yeah. Probably have to bleed this bad boy back out a little bit. But that's to be expected. That was the magic bullet, was getting rid of that old crush washer. You're technically not supposed to reuse those crush washers. Alright, there we go. Alright. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. So that's the one downside to working late at night is, well, really it's, sometimes your shop light doesn't go all the way around. Oops, got a little brake fluid on myself. Not a big deal. Double check and make sure we're not leaking anywhere around the top here. And as the downside is sometimes you gotta bleed back out after this, so. Yeah, we'll grab a little wrench. Make this a little easier to see. You can do it with the socket, but calm down there, Turbo. If we get lucky, we won't really have to bleed the front side of it. Alrighty, so this is all nice and tight in there. Well, let's see if the yeah, there's not enough. Oh yeah, it's not hooked up. So there's not enough power to actuate the brake. So this is what I was talking about, being so close to the pipe. Which I probably could just run it up through here. That's what I'll do, and tie it off to some stuff. And it doesn't matter what side of the connectors you put this on, you just feed it on in there. And voila, you'll have brakes, you know, once you get enough pressure to activate the hydraulic switch. Activate hydraulic switch. But not quite there yet. Let's see, what do we got? I'm guessing we got quite a bit of air in the line. No, that's not gonna work. You have to do it by feel. Yeah, quite a bit of air up in here. Didn't realize I'd put so much air in the one. It's just... Starting to feel a little bit of resistance now. Hear all that air. Psh. Alright, arm needs a break. This is a real pain. This system's a real pain to bleed. Yeah, I think routing this away from the pipe through the frame here is actually the best idea. So I'm gonna stick with that idea. That's a weird noise to hear from here. Alright, buddy. Starting to feel a bit more resistance. Oh, goodness. I hope we don't have a bad cylinder here. Oh, it's tied up top. Oh boy, I tell you what. Almost wish I had one of those pressure bleeders right now. We're starting to get a little bit of resistance. Do we have enough resistance in here to kick the switch? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Seems like it's... Tell you what, this Yamaha's been about one of the hardest brake systems for me to bleed ever. It sounds like Mrs. might be off the phone now. Enough pressure yet? Alrighty. Okay, so we're not leaking from there. We're not leaking from the switch. Brakes are still quacking air out. Seriously, this has been one of the hardest brake systems I've ever had to bleed. We're set. And the thing is, with this system, it doesn't have the power to gravity bleed. So, when you're working with a dirt bike, unlike a automobile where you have power boosters, so where you can gravity bleed these bad boys, it doesn't work on a dirt bike. Sometimes it does, depending on if you have like a multi-brake system. Dang, I think it's still just... Ooh, felt a little bit of resistance there for a second. It was just... Dang, how much air did I put into this stupid line? I'll let that sit for a couple. Oh, goodness. Take a little breather.